Good evening, folks. Oh, looks like there we go. Not quite doing a reading for Pisces. All right. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. My name is Sarah, and this is Reflexive Moon Tarot. So welcome to the space. We are live, and I am going to do some community reads as well as answer any personal questions for folks who show up in the chat room this evening who are interested in paying for a 3-card read. If there's time to, I could do a full reading for somebody. That would be a little bit more pricey, but for now we're sticking to 3-card reads for 10 USD. We are going to set the tone with some oracle cards. So first we're going to pull from the Spiritual AF deck because we are trying to keep it spiritual AF here. Ooh, you are a product of what you believe. Beautiful. This is fun. This is very cheeky, this deck, so get ready. If you think you're a turd, you're probably going to act like a turd. Treat yourself like a turd and accept turd treatment from others. Why the would you do that? First off, you're not a turd. It's just physically impossible to be a turd and a sentient being at the same time. But even if you have been kind of turdy, your believing you're golden will bring on all that golden behavior and that golden treatment. Today, just believe that you're golden. If you liked it better there, go back to Turd Town tomorrow. Like I said, it's pretty cheeky. I really have lots of fun with this deck. Okay, and we'll draw some cards from the Zammer Twins Oracle. And we have the Mandrake for all you Harry Potter fans out there. This little cutie. Came through reverse though, so I'm guessing it has something to do with growth. 22 or 222 might be a significant number for you, for angel numbers. So if it's reversed, that might be something that you want to invoke on some level for yourself. What do we have here? Okay, so lack of growth or impotence. So creative impotence could also be physical impotence on some level. We don't need to get too into that or making you feel too uncomfortable. But it also has to do with emasculation. So when we also think about femininity, because I want to include all bodies in this and how that looks. So when you basically at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with being a girl. It all boils down to that. We can't emasculate people unless there's something wrong with being a girl or a female. It's that simple. There's nothing wrong with submission. Lots of people are really into that. There's entire industries that are built on the dom sub dynamic. So another thing that we can talk about or look at with this card in reverse is giving up when things get hard. So sometimes things get hard and we have to take a break, and that's absolutely okay. We don't give up though. We get back to it when we're good and ready, when we're good and effing ready, right? When we're good and effing ready to be golden, like the Spiritual AF deck says. So forgiveness can also be something that is I want to touch on that lightly, because sometimes going no contact with an individual might be how you forgive or cope with the situation, basically, in a nutshell. Forgiveness is not always an effective remedy. People are always big on, oh, you have to forgive, that's the only way that you'll get over something. And it's true to a certain degree. That's how we let people go. It's really important to do that. At the same time, it is what it is. Sometimes people are unforgivable. So we can't, I really think it's important to take it like a grain of salt. And we'll leave it that. I don't want to dig too deep into this, but leave a comment in the description box on what your thoughts are on forgiveness. Let's get into some tarot. Tonight, we are keeping it Venusian with the Cosmic Tarot. So lots of pleasurable and phallic symbolism within this deck. It's fun, it's cheeky. It's Friday. Venus is going in retrograde, I'm pretty sure. Or already is, for the astrologers out there who know about those things. So for the folks who are interested in getting the 3-card read, you can either PayPal, excuse me, PayPal or e-transfer. I have a bunch of platforms set up for payments. All right. We have the 6 of ray guns in reverse. So the 6 of ray guns is the 6 of wands. I'm pretty sure ray guns are wands. Let me just, because I know there's probes and ray guns. Oh, swords are ray guns. Okay, so we have the 6 of swords reversed. There is something holding you back. Or you may be deterred by, like you might be deterred from moving forward on account of it being a difficult task to move forward. It's like choppy waters usually. It's, there's a little asteroid storm that this individual might be embarking on, trying to get through this particular area in the universe. So something's holding you back from moving forward. And this could be like psychological, it could be spiritual and as well as emotional, because the mind does have a very powerful connection to our spirit and everything's connected really strongly, but I feel more so it doesn't have to do with physical, because the physical will be when you start to do the things. But the spiritual and the emotional, you need to regulate yourself on some level with this card coming through. And it could be that you're not feeling like your idea is good, or you are not as grounded as you would like to be, or, could be, should be. That sort of thing, like shoulda, woulda, coulda, didna. That doesn't mean that tomorrow isn't another day and you can't figure it out and try again, right? And if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. You can dust it off and try again. So we got the 9 of Wands overlooking the situation. You're just kind of like trying to protect yourself, hold down the fort. You got a lot going on. You have a lot on your plate. A lot of projects that you've been working on. The universe is telling you to just stand your ground, basically. You don't need to be all over the place. You don't need to be out there, but you just need to be staying where you are and healing your wounds. We have the King of Specimens. So the King of Cups, you know, you're very powerful. I feel like emotional regulation, your subconscious is automatically trying to trigger that within you. This could also be just like your inner masculine energy taking charge of the situation when all else is sort of failing. This is kind of like metrosexual behavior. You may feel like you want to be like looking the part of having of being emotionally, like having your emotional shit together. It's also being balanced emotionally. So expressing yourself, being okay with maybe the fact that your emotions might be all over the place, but you are in it to win it when it comes to just allowing your body, allowing yourself to go through the process of forward movement. Your subconscious, you could be dreaming a lot. Your anxiety or anything might be coming through in your dreams, so pay attention to that. This can also be your desire to want somebody to come through for you and support you on an emotional level. That is real. In the past, maybe some major injustices have occurred in your life. This could be either a lack of balance. This could be people outright doing you wrong. Or this could be also you resisting, the harsh truth about any kind of harsh truth about your situation. And we have the Four of Specimens, the Four of Cups. So this is like a fluctuating state of mind. It's almost like it can be isolation, but it's also a dream state where, you might be cold and numbed out, but you are at the same time sort of wishing for your heart's desire to come true. It's a toss-up between those things. Makes me think of Cinderella, stuck up in her room. Disney Cinderella. A dream is a wish your heart makes. But happy in nature with her animal buddies and shit. So content. It's like not really happy, but also not unhappy. There's like a place. It's almost like a limbo or a purgatory between happiness and unhappiness. That is definitely the Four of Cups. Then we have the Six of Probes. So, Six of Wands. I just find this so funny. The dildo gorgon. All right. So the Six of Probes is coming through reversed. The Six of Wands is usually, I don't know if you don't care for recognition or if you are trying to avoid it like the plague, or if you're just kind of resenting the fact that you're not being recognized. All three of them are applicable with this card reversed in this spot. So I'm not sure. What it is, and why do you want to be recognized so much? That's my question. Why is that so important for you? I think that it's important to be recognized and honored for the gifts that we bring to the table in any situation that we're in. At the same time, I think it's also important to sort of stay humble and happy with, like, count your blessings when it comes to recognition, I would say. Because sometimes what you want is literally right in front of you and you don't realize it. Or you're just like not reaching out enough. Putting yourself out there. That's it too. If you want to be recognized, you really need to put yourself out there. Because sometimes people don't recognize people. And yeah, like set up shop and put yourself out there. You'll get recognized that way. It's pretty straightforward. We have the 4 of ray guns. So other people see, or like from an outside point of view, you've been within a period of rest, and sort of like rejuvenation. It's kind of a bit of a death on some level, a spiritual death. It's very much related to the death card, but more so on a mental level. So in the 4 of Swords, we're doing a moral inventory. We're kind of like checking off all the boxes on our successes and where we could use some improvement as we move on to the next phase in our life. So it's important to be rigorous, and I would say that other people are sort of seeing you do this. You are being recognized on some level. It's just that you're being seen as kind of like being seen as in a period of retreat. So if that's not how you want to be recognized, then you need to put yourself out there. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. King of Probes. Damn, boy. Fire. So you want to get lit. You want to be full of confidence. You want to be in charge of the room. And you want to set the tone. You want to guide folks to achieve their goals or what it is that they want in life. You want to help foster the growth, but more through like a managerial position. Like, it's very masculine in nature. It's more so telling people what they need to do. Sometimes even like mansplaining things, or even just like teaching from I get like a podium kind of podium is coming to my mind. It's almost like a professor. So very emperor. The King of Wands is also very much like the Emperor. So you really hope to take charge and be this force that lights the way for folks, or that takes command of a following, of the people that work for you. It could be a family, like you just want to be the head of the household, or you just want to boss up and be, do some like contribute on a grown-up level in an intimate relationship too. That could be exactly what it is. This could also be the kind of person that you want to attract as well. Someone who takes charge, who's on a mission. Yeah, there's the Emperor right here. And then the Page of Discs. So pages are like young people. And this could be you just trying to manifest your money, or it could be like the person that you have your eye on. You want them to be the King of Probes, but they're still learning about how to be healthy and manifest money. It can be an actual young person, or it can just be a person of any age. It could be a late bloomer, anybody. Okay, and then we have the Page of Specimens. So the Page of Cups is super cute, super sweet, but they're also, I mean, they can be bitchy because they're watery in nature. It could be like a Cancerian type of energy. So this could be a young person or someone who's immature on an emotional level, where they might not take your emotions very seriously, or you might be at the level of a page and not really have the level of empathy or emotional capacity, emotional intelligence to truly understand your person of interest. Okay? But let's clarify this on some level. And it's not to say that like you're less than, or just like you're immature. You know, age and stage, there is the reality of being, you know, not at the same level of maturity. At the same time, some people are really difficult to empathize with, because if you don't understand what a person is going through or what their life is like, it's going to be tricky to be present to what it is that they need. Like, people every day base their daily grind on nothing but assumptions about who they're interacting with and what's going on in other people's lives. And really, at the end of the day, you have no idea unless if the person is giving you like the tea on what's going on with them, or taking the time to communicate what it's like to walk in their shoes, because people have lots of people have really complex lives. All of us, there's complexity in all of our lives. And, you know, having a lack of maturity equates also to a complexity in your life, perhaps, that you need to work through, or that you need to take the time to nurture and grow. And we have the Queen of Discs. So learning how to put yourself first so that you can be there and be responsible for the needs of others, and getting grounded. This could be somebody in your life that you will be learning from as well to help nurture the page. So helping an emotional person get grounded and get healthy and manifest some monies. And then we have the Hanged one. So it's important to understand that this next little phase of life is going to be kind of uncomfortable. Like, this queen might be helping this individual unpack the uncomfortable things that they don't really want to, that they haven't been honest with themselves yet up until this point. And then we have, the Emperor came through now. So developing a system, taking charge of, could be anything. It could be your just day-to-day life, even something as simple as getting your sleep in order, or eating regularly, exercising regularly. Ruled by Aries, so also developing the confidence, kind of leveling up so that you can manage other people. Even if you're in like a supervising type of role, maybe you need to hire people for support on some level. But this is about creating a system and having your crap together and organized, and having an understanding, knowing your role as well. That's really, really important. And then we have the Ten of Wands. So it's going to take some letting go. It's going to take some repurposing old projects, maybe shabby chiking some of your furniture, maybe rereading some of books that you have and deciding whether or not you want to let them go. But all the things that are going on in your life are a lot. So it's time to do that inventory work and figure out what it is that you need to put down and what it is that you want to keep. And this could even be with people in your life too. So who do you want to keep around? Who are you taking with you? And who are you going to be letting go as they may be affiliated with this occurrence or series of events that has led you to be in this state of needing to move forward? And how can we lift this resistance to the forward movement? The Eight of Discs reversed. Okay, that's interesting. I would say that it's going to have to be about getting up and doing more. Getting up and doing more work, paying attention to the details, being very detail and task oriented. That's what the biggest challenge is. So there's going to be some things that you need to do probably that you don't like doing. You're going to really have to suck it up, regulate yourself on some level, even if that's like medicating, like drink lots of coffee, or just get yourself motivated. Take some vitamin B12, a good dose of vitamin B12. That can really, really be effective. Ginseng can be really, really effective in helping us to get motivated. Drinking lots of water. The coins are about taking care of our body and having our body set right so that we can deal with our day and regulate our emotions and get to those very detailed tasks. And try to make it fun. Blast some music as you get through the steps. Okay? As you make these big decisions. And know that good times are ahead. Good times are ahead. And not to let, there's an individual who you might be struggling to support on some level. They may yearn for good times with you. But if you have to get this work done, you have to focus on what it is that you need to do. That's how you're going to reach the money stage. Legacy building. Fulfilling your dreams that you have worked so hard to manifest up until this point. So, we will continue with maybe a love read in a moment, but just to remind everybody that I am taking donations to do personal readings, so you can ask a question in the chat. Send $10 my way and I will be happy to do a reading for you. But yeah, we'll switch up the deck. Maybe draw another oracle card. Yeah, let's do that. Because I don't feel like I'm done. Bear with me, just going to check in on one of the offsprings. Okay. Let's Let's pull a Magic of Marble card. How would the deck on the base here? Okay, so I heart DC and Marvel characters. There are so many of them, though. I don't know all of them. And just to throw it out there so you all have an understanding of where I'm at, I am not much of a comic book reader, but I am all about the movies. And I was like an avid X-Men cartoon Saturday morning kid. Okay, we got 2 here. Ooh, my favorites. Well, Deadpool is one of my favorites. We got Deadpool upright. And Iron Man reversed. Okay. I'm just here for the snacks. That is what Deadpool is saying. And Iron Man is questioning, what are you really protecting? I feel like this is really powerful. What are you protecting? It is very powerful. Questioning what it is that we're protecting, questioning our intentions, what motivates us. It's very magician type work. And when you think about Iron Man, he was definitely a tech magician for sure. Deadpool being just here for the snacks. I just love this cheekiness. It's cute. So are we here so that we're like, are we trying to protect the cuteness? Probably not. I would say that we are loving the snacks, enjoying the ride on that level, but I think it's really, really important to make sure that we're remembering what it is that we're here for and what it is that we're doing. So, when it comes to love and maybe our hearts. Oh, hey, Pamela, how's it going? Awesome, you're a Libra. I'm doing pretty well. How are you? So, back to how that applies to love, right? Like maybe are you just enjoying some snacks, aka people to enjoy, and out of protection for your hurt heart? And how are you going to come to terms with that? So, maybe that can be the question that we draw from. How do we let go of overprotecting our hurt heart so that we can move forward and onto a place beyond enjoying the snacks? Let's use the Revelation Tarot. How can we heal our hurt hearts and move beyond a place that is has deeper meaning than enjoying the snacks? We have the 10 of Swords, so something must come to an end. It is upright. Something must come to an end. And I would say that it has to be a willingness. Like, you basically have to stop spewing your energy all over the place. Like, it's like, kind of like being in ADD mode. You can't focus on one individual. You're just like trying to enjoy a piece of all the different varieties of pie. And you're really kind of ending up at a loss on account of it, because there's just so much to choose from, and you're spoiled, like all the pie is getting spoiled. You're only taking one piece. And, you know, it spoils before you get back to it. Or there's just an understanding that it isn't, that it's superficial, it isn't real, and the pie moves on. And then we have judgment reversed. You could have some issues with judgment. And that's usually insecurity, like stemming from insecurities. Overlooking the situation, the universe is telling you to stop being a judgy itch with a B. Itch. So, B. That just came out. Okay. Judgment reversed. It's also about not coming to the realization. It's like you're not awakening to what it is that you would gain from focusing more on intimacy as opposed to enjoying the snacks. Intimacy or into me I see. And that is literally the opposite of intimacy. But it's also at the same time you see a reflection of yourself in those who you connect with, right? They are a reflection of you on some level. There also can be your counterpart, but it's still a reflection of an aspect of yourself. So what that means is before you get a chance to really appreciate them and also you along with them, you might exit stage left. And maybe you're like the most eligible single person, and that's your shtick. That's what you do. But I think it's important to be leveling yourself up on some level. So on some level, maybe to be a little bit more mature about it, or to just be more honest with yourself about it. Because you can't hide that forever. It just starts to eat away at you. And then it gets ugly. Or it turns into impotence. Damn! I said it. Okay. We have the worlds reversed. So you have some cycles. This could be a cycle of trauma that you're experiencing. This could be a codependency cycle. But subconsciously, you know, it's there. And I wouldn't say that there's nothing that you can do about it. It's revealing itself to you. You're gonna know. They're gonna know. Oops. Joy, joy, and pain, sunshine, and rain. We got lots of joy, lots of like happy mindset in the past and moving forward into the future. This is clarity, mental clarity. You're going to have potentially an aha moment, or you're just going to reconnect with just being consistent with yourself, consistent with others perhaps, and just being around children, family. The eastern direction might be of significance to you. So new life as well. New life and new civilizations. You may boldly go where no one has gone before. Okay, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. Money, money, money. So your attitude is like inherently linked to the legacy that you are trying to build for yourself. That is where your mind is. Your mind is on your money. Money on your mind. The world is forever grateful to Snoop Doggy Dogg for that line. The Chariot. Speaking of forward movement, people see that's exactly what you're doing. Moving forward to experience new life, new civilizations, but also it can be difficult. The thing with the Chariot is that it's a race. There's a challenge. There's a challenge associated with it. I love how the cards just come through and clarify exactly what I'm saying. So, thank you, Tarot. What else? This is emotional regulation as well. You're going to be challenged on an emotional level. You're maybe going to want to run from your feelings. But, if mental health and connecting with your heart, that emotional intelligence and just being more open to getting in your feels about a particular partner, or, if you are non-monogamous, multiple partners, like consenting adult, non-monogamy, polyamorous people. So that could be a part of it too. Figuring out where you sit in the world of polyamory or relationship anarchy, or like whatever you want to call it, non-monogamy. Okay. The Hierophant. Maybe relationship anarchy is where you've been so far and you're just kind of want a little bit more order, which is totally acceptable. And I would say that is what the Hierophant is bringing into question. Or it could be something that you fear. This could be both a hope and a fear. Like, we're talking marriage, we're talking contracts, we're talking not necessarily signing of contracts, but this is like verbal agreements. This is being accountable and making promises that you fully intend to keep. That's what the Hierophant represents. This is also hoping to find somebody that can spiritually guide you in a way that is like organized. Now, you may turn to organized religion or some type of spiritual group that has like a congregation on some level. This could be what you were born into or something new that you choose, new of your choosing. I would say that either way, whatever works for you is what's important. Oh, we got 3 here. Okay, so the Page of Swords. Embarking on a new journey. You know that this is a new journey. This forward movement is new for you. You really have to take the plunge, though. It's a commitment. And when it comes, oh my gosh, and we have like life here. And this card is ruled by Uranus, not to be confused with Uranus. But new life as well. It's like you're embarking on a new journey, taking a big step, but like it's almost like a baby big step. Like you're a novice maybe at long-term relationships, or you just don't have the experience. And that could be like, communication is going to be what you have to focus on. You may actually attract either a person who is really initially difficult to communicate with, and then you're going to learn from them. They could be really immature, and you're just going to be like, okay, that didn't really work out. You're going to have a Tower moment also. Maybe it is the fact that you are not great at communication. It could be that you have a hard time expressing your feelings. Maybe you intellectualize your feelings too much. Maybe you're afraid as well to express yourself. So, I think that concludes our love read. Maybe we'll pull a couple more oracles. I'm kind of getting the feeling like the urge, like I want to do a career read. The first was a general, second was definitely love. And I think maybe we should try to do some type of career reading. I'm just trying to figure out what deck to choose, because I don't want to use this one. Okay, we'll start with an oracle card, and we will draw from this one here. Now, I don't have a book for it handy. It's over there. I can just go grab it. But we have the wild unknown archetypes. So, something that is relevant to career, manifesting money, and enriching our skill sets. Okay, so I got this. This is a chunk here. Let's see what they all have to say. So the thread. So maybe sewing. You need to maybe. I'm thinking clothes, mending your clothes, learning, taking up the skill of sewing. The mountain. Ain't no mountain high enough. We have the bridge. And Alethea. I'm not sure what that is. I'm going to put it back. We'll go with these three cards. It sort of looks like a duality, this Alethea. So kind of like yin and yang, balance. That's what I'm drawing off from the imagery. So balance with how you present yourself physically with what it is that you're wearing. Bridging the gaps that you have in your life right now with upward movement, upward mobility. Staying hydrated as well. I literally felt that like it immediately, like it just hit my throat. With the dryness. So, this may have to do with you being afraid to put your feet in the water too. Anyways, I really like this. I think it really speaks to the ways in which we need to be prepared and how we can keep balance with what it is that we're doing. You might also be on your own as you move up, onward and upward. You might really have to let go of people in your life or spaces that you frequent. They might really impact your mental state, like your way of thinking, way of knowing. And you may not even really realize it, the influence that people can have on you, just energetically, their presence, how you can, it can just really take over. So we're gonna use the Madhouse Tarot. We've got death. Immediately death. Dun dun dun. It actually doesn't mean death. It means new life. So something new. You might be starting a new job or in pursuit of something new and different. You may be considering the fact that your current place of work is not where you want to be, and your time there is coming to an end very soon. So let's see where we're headed here. We have the World. It's tricky. Timing is off for you. So maybe you had to leave your job abruptly and now you're waiting to move forward into a new spot. You could be at a loss on some level, or you could be grieving. This card doesn't indicate actual death, but in the event that an actual death has occurred, it is definitely going to trigger This could also mean that you're triggered by a death that happened in the past, and you're needing to not move forward, but you need to move through the grieving process that your body is being triggered into remembering. So for some people, specific holidays or certain times of year, and it really can, it's really painful. Really, really painful. So let's move forward. The Three of Wands. So the foundation that you have structured your intentions on was not able to hold up the fire. So the foundation that you had, like, the idea might have not been the greatest idea, basically, in a nutshell, or it just was bad timing to have this idea. You know, there's wins and losses when it comes to business. And sometimes, you know, we procrastinate and take too long to feel like we want to get it going, or we just don't know what we're doing. Other times it just really is poor luck of the draw. Sometimes it can have everything to do also with, like, going into a recession. Then we have the Nine of Wands reversed. So I think it has a lot to do also with not being protected spiritually, subconsciously, not taking care of yourself, not doing your healing work before you bit the bullet and tried out this job or this business, basically. And then we have the Three of Swords reversed. So, despite not really being protected or not really having a good understanding, perhaps you were a little bit naive as well when you were sort of jumping into this situation, this career prospect. You were most likely feeling good because you weren't really thinking about, you were getting over some heartache. You were over your heartache and you had the energy to put into it. So it's just going to be another period of discomfort. It's going to be, you're going to remain uncomfortable, probably, like, I wouldn't say for a super long period of time. There's only so long that a person can remain hanging, right? You're going to come to an awakening. You're going to come to a realization. It might be that you have support, you have what it is that you need, you're surrounded by loved ones, so you're not fully doing without despite experiencing a certain level of hardship. People see that you are carrying quite a heavy load with what it is that you're doing. It's a lot. You got a lot on your plate right now. You got a big task at hand even. But the Knight of Swords, like, you hope to sort of, you might not be able to be energized and focused. Maybe you really hope that somebody is going to come through for you to support you so that you can help designate tasks and get things done. But this is also you hoping that you will have some energy output to put into this project or into moving forward. Now, the lack of focus but having energy means that you will get some stuff done, but it might be all over the place. And then having focus, you'll be able to get your thoughts in order, but you won't really have the energy to execute them. So you can be smart about this and have a plan. We can turn this 3 from reverse to upright, and we can solidify a more sound plan. Where did the Three of Wands go? It was here. Here it is. All right, we can turn this upright. We can solidify our plan by finding something a little bit more sturdy to stand on so that we can reach up and see the way out. That is the, I would say the intellect or the wit. The wit of a knight, for sure. They're resourceful. The Knight of Swords is definitely resourceful. I mean, all of the knights are resourceful on some level. They know how to survive. They know how to survive, not necessarily thrive, but they get through. They get through the stuff and they get shit done. And oftentimes they're even able to support a cause as well. So there is nothing wrong with being a knight or harnessing in that type of energy. It's all about courage with a knight as well. Just finding the courage to begin again. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this could mean that you have been unfortunate, or that like there's just some timing that's off, or you are in a period of bad luck. And like when I say bad luck, I kind of mean also too that, you know, influences that are beyond our comprehension are working against you. You really, like, part of the lesson might be having to really sort of go against the grind of what you need to do and eating like a gigantic, terrible piece of humble pie. Like maybe it's the pie that you hate the most. You have to get through eating the biggest piece or like the whole pie on some level. Confidence. You really need to level up your confidence and the direction that you need to take. And this, I feel like it's on a daily, it's all about the daily grind. Having the confidence also to just come up with an idea and come up with a plan of action to get yourself out there and doing what it is that you need to do. Because the Two of Wands is about balance and it's about direction. It's like usually the image can be a person with like the world in their hand. Like they're just really sort of studying where it is that they want to take themselves. And that's really important, to know where you want to go and to have a good understanding of the final destination. And that's not always easy. That can be easier said than done, but at least trying to do your best to figure out what that means. That is really the ultimate intention to have. You can't really go wrong with that. We have the Magician here. So balancing all of the energies, earth, water, fire, air, having a good understanding of your mind, of your emotions, of your body, and of your spiritual needs, and also where you want to take all of those needs, setting new goals, and having a plan on how you're going to execute those goals. Okay. So that was the career reading. And I think that will also conclude today's Friday night Venus Day stream. I see that there is one or two people in the chat room. I am taking questions. For a $10 donation, you get 3 cards, and I will answer any question that you have. So I'll give you a minute to decide if that's something that you're interested in. And if not, we will conclude today's live stream. in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope everybody has an amazing weekend. I will be getting back into doing some of the tea and tarot daily reads. Had to take a little break there. Be sure to check out my full moon readings, full moon and Aquarius readings. It does cover 28 days from August 1st. So those are definitely still relevant, or may be relevant to your Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, and Jupiter placement. And yeah, follow me on all the socials. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Take care, and we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.